All right, today we are diving headfirst into the heart of Italy. We're going on a journey that, I promise you, is going to engage all your senses. We're talking about the timeless beauty, the absolutely world-class wines, and that famous art of living that is Tuscany.
You know, this quote just hits it perfectly. A landscape that seems to have come out of a Renaissance painting. It's so true. It's like a living, breathing work of art, where every single view feels like it was composed by a master. So let's dig into what makes this dream so incredibly captivating. So our journey has to start with the one thing that grabs your imagination right away, that iconic Tuscan landscape. But here's the thing, it's so much more than just a pretty view. It's an entire atmosphere, a feeling that really gets to the heart of the dream of Tuscany. I mean, just picture this for a second. You're driving down a winding road, and on either side of you are these soft, rolling green hills. You've got those elegant cypress trees standing tall like sentinels. Vineyards just stretch out for as far as you can see, dotted with old stone farmhouses and these incredible medieval villages. It's a total feast for the senses, and it perfectly captures that famous Italian idea of la dolce vita, the sweet life. Okay, but that stunning landscape isn't just there to be looked at. Oh no, it's meant to be tasted. The real soul of this region, you find it in the wine. And to really get it, to understand it, we've got to uncork a long and honestly a fascinating history. Winemaking here goes back way, way back. We're talking before the Romans to the ancient Etruscans. The Romans, of course, came in and refined everything. Then, during the Middle Ages, it was the monasteries that became the keepers of all this critical knowledge. And just as art exploded in the Renaissance, so did wine. But the real drama, that came in the 20th century with a full-blown rebellion. The Super Tuscan Revolution that just completely changed the game and put Tuscany on the modern world map.
So, who are the main players in the vineyard? Well, the undisputed king is Sangiovese. It is the heart and soul of famous wines like Chianti and Brunello. Then you've got the international rock stars, Cabernet Sauvignon and Merlot. These French grapes were the key to that whole Super Tuscan Revolution we just talked about. And hey, let's not forget the whites. You've got these crisp, aromatic grapes like Trebbiano and Vermentino making some seriously delicious stuff.
All right, now that we know the history and we've met the grapes, let's hit the road. We're going to take a little tour through the key regions, and you'll see that each one has its own totally unique personality and its own style of wine.
And the diversity within Tuscany is just incredible. You go to Chianti Classico, and Sangiovese gives you this vibrant, versatile red that's amazing with all kinds of food. But then, head over to Montalcino, and a special clone of that exact same grape gives you Brunello, a powerful, robust wine that is built to age for decades. And then there's Bulgaria on the coast, which just broke all the rules by using French grapes like Cabernet to create these bold, elegant wines we now call Super Tuscans.
So I've thrown this term around a few times now, and it's a huge part of the modern Tuscan story. So let's get right to it. What exactly are Super Tuscans? Okay, so the story is actually pretty cool. It starts back in the mid-20th century when a few trailblazing winemakers felt the official rules were just way too restrictive. So they basically said, forget the rules, we're just going to make the best wine we possibly can. Even if that meant using non-Italian grapes or different aging methods. And the result? These incredible, super high-quality wines that were born from rebellion and literally created a whole new category of world-class Italian wine.
Of course, in Tuscany, you can't separate the wine from the dinner table. They're two sides of the same coin. You can't really understand one without the other. So, let's dive into the incredible flavors of Tuscan cuisine.
The whole philosophy of Tuscan food is just beautiful in its simplicity. It's not about complicated sauces or fancy techniques. It's all about celebrating amazing top-quality ingredients that are fresh and in season. The flavor comes straight from the land itself, from the quality of the raw materials. You just let them shine. Let's walk through the perfect Tuscan meal. You'd probably start with an antipasto of fantastic local pecorino cheese and cured meats. For your first course, the primo, picture this: fresh, wide pappardelle pasta with a rich, savory wild boar sauce. Then, the main event, the secondo. It's got to be the legendary bistecca alla fiorentina, this huge, perfectly grilled steak. And to finish it all off, for dolce, you get these crunchy Contucci biscuits that you dip in sweet Vinsanto wine. It's simple, and it's absolute perfection.
So, as central as food and wine are, the Tuscan experience is so much bigger than that. This region is literally a cradle of Western civilization, and believe me, its cultural treasures are just as breathtaking as its landscapes.
I mean, the region is an absolute treasure trove. You have Florence, the birthplace of the Renaissance, with jaw-dropping masterpieces around every corner. You've got the stunningly preserved medieval city of Siena, famous for its wild palio horse race. Obviously, there's the iconic Leaning Tower in Pisa and the incredible town of towers, San Gimignano. And it's not just cities. Adventure is everywhere, from hiking ancient pilgrim routes to just kicking back and relaxing in natural hot springs.
When you get right down to it, Tuscany isn't just one thing. This quote really says it all. It's a complete experience, a delight for the senses, and a celebration of the Italian art of living. It's a place that just hits your eyes, your palate, and your soul all at the same time.
So, as we wrap this up, that's the question I want to leave you with. After you've seen the art, tasted the food and wine, and just felt that landscape, you realize you can't possibly separate them. So what do you think? Is Tuscany just a place on a map? Is it defined by the wine in your glass? Or is it something more? Is it a whole way of life?